Will, it's not been the best weekend for you. What happened from the beginning? Because I'm led to believe quali went wrong, you were held up, so you've not qualified well to begin with.
Yeah, I think it's all started from Thursday really. I think we've had troubles and everything with the car. And then Friday also didn't get any running either. Because troubles with the car. And then straight into qualifying with no practice or anything really, and got held up massively. Lots of traffic, couldn't really do anything about it, and it's got compromised quite a lot. So here I was starting at the back for the race and did the best I could.
Yeah, I mean you did all right today. Race 3, you made up quite a lot of places. Was that about I don't know, 8 places or something you made up today?
So I started 18th, finished 10th in reverse grid today. Yesterday I started 18th and finished like 13th, and earlier today I started dead last, 23rd. And I finished like 16th. So every single race I made up quite a few places. The maximum I feel like I could have possibly done in all the races, which I think we're quite pleased about. So
yeah, because I think that sometimes if that affects you too much, you can still end up finishing last. You know, we've even seen that in Formula 1, where an F1 driver will give up and just float around at the back. Whereas you've not done that. You know, you've fought your way through, and I know that you know this, but that's what's going to put you in good stead later down the line, because there may be times when you have to take penalties. There might be times when you don't qualify anyway. And then it's what you do with those positions and become the Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton that can come from the back and maybe even make a podium and certainly the top 10. So still a little bit short today on those points, but it's the right way to go.
Yeah, done the right thing. I think last 2 days apart from qualifying were good. All the races we did all right. So got to take the positives and work on the negatives. So.
Exactly. So I've not seen you since you came back from I kind of have seen you, but not to chat to, from your European leg. So how did Europe go?
Yeah, I mean, not the best as well. Had a difficult Spa weekend, but came away with some decent points. And then Hungary again was difficult, but still came away with podiums and decent points, so that wasn't too hard. And then Zandvoort was a bit of a disaster, but still came away with some decent points, to get myself in that fight of the championship. And I went into this weekend only 2 points behind Louis, who's now leading the championship, which I think I'm now like 46 points behind him. So.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like it went all right, and at the end of the day, I kept in contention, which was the main thing.
Yeah.
Still, I am slightly in contention, but I've got a lot of work to do now.
Yeah, but then in another race weekend, Louis could have equally as bad a weekend. Then you could have clawed that back. Even time you could claw that back. We've all got hope. Come on. And then you put me off my last question. Yeah, it's for you. I don't even know what my last question was now. Well, yeah, you are my favourite. I always collar him wherever he's at, except I didn't have my mic with me at the farm when I saw you over the Grand Prix. Did you enjoy the Grand Prix?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was fabulous. I remember my last question. So you did Spa for the very first time. How was that experience?
It's definitely something, yeah. It was really weird, obviously going up by Rouge for the first time, but after a lap or so, it was all right. And I was like one of the quickest cars on the track in the wet.
Brilliant,
so all the races, race 1 and race 2, I was just driving through really, and then obviously race 3 I won. So again, a terrible qualifying at Spa, but we bounced back in the races. So it's sort of been the story of the season so far, really. Not such a great qualifying, but always bouncing back in the races.
Why was it weird? Because obviously I've never driven on that circuit myself.
It's almost vertical, isn't it? So it's just like...
And as you can't see the top.
Yeah, it's like basically the opposite of T1 at Brands Hatch, so
yeah.
The car bottoms out a bit, and in the wet it's not completely flat. In the dry it's not in the corner for us, but in the wet it's not completely flat, and sometimes it is only when the tyres are in really good condition and they're really hot.
Yeah.
So.
Can you understand then when a rookie joins F1 that they lift? Can you understand that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But it's about trusting the car, and after a couple of laps, you get to trust the car. Which is, people in F1 they don't get a lot of time. So.
Perfect. Oh, thank you so much, Will. Good luck for next time, and I'll see you then.
Cool, see you.
Brilliant.